If you live in a town where the dating pool is more like a dating puddle, then this episode is for you. Hi, besties. Welcome back to the Single Besties podcast. It's me, Montana Duran, and I'm so excited for today's episode because it's near and dear to my heart as a small town girly. It's hard to find love in a small town or even a decent situationship in a small town. I come from a very small town. I still have very close friends that are living in that same small town, and they're texting me about their situations, and it breaks my heart. So I'm here to be your bestie. Let's get into it. So let's just first and foremost acknowledge the struggle. Dating in a small town is rough. You got the apps in your radius, you got your cousin's ex, you got maybe even your cousin and your gym teacher from ninth grade, and then your ex from high school, your ex from college. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's very incestuous in there. There's no anonymity, and if you're over 25, you're in there looking like you're expired milk. And the thing is too, I lived in a big city, Los Angeles, and dating in LA also felt like dating in a small town. Like I had a friend one time screenshot a guy that I followed, and she was like, "How do you know this guy?" And I was like, "We went on a couple dates. Like why?" And she's like, "Oh, I just matched with him on Hinge." So it's like even in big cities, dating sometimes feels like a small town because options are limited and apps and algorithms. I don't know. Part of the reason I did move to LA though is because I was having these weird, like I didn't really get good dates in Atlanta, especially like in my small town. I would expand my radius and I wasn't really getting, but I had really great dates when I was house sitting for those 6 weeks in LA. So that's part of the reason I went, because people were more active and like wanting to plan dates. So I will say there is a difference, but it's still, like I said, felt like a small town. The truth is you can live in a very small town or a huge city and still feel stuck when it comes to dating, because if your mindset is stuck, it doesn't matter where you are. So let's get into some tips on what can make your small town feel bigger when it comes to dating. Go to things that aren't bars and aren't just girls there. I'm saying try workout classes, pottery classes, cooking workshops, literally anything that gets you around new people in a new way. Because even if you don't meet a guy there, you could meet a girl there that connects you to a guy. You could meet, there's so many possibilities when you just like are putting yourself out there in new situations and trying new things and doing new things. You truly never know, like a friend of a friend, like especially in small towns, you meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, I got a cousin for you." And I've heard that so many times and it actually like works out for those people. So putting yourself in situations and putting yourself out there outside of the apps is key. Even my favorite hack is like going to Home Depot at like 9 a.m. because all the hardworking, blue collar, good men are there. And I will die on that hill. I've never felt hotter than when I go to Home Depot in the morning or when I get an oil change, but I don't have a car anymore. Number 2, expand your radius on the apps. If you're on the apps, literally and emotionally, if you're on the apps, try like up to 40, 45 miles. You never know who's in a different city close by. Even 45 minutes away could open things up for you. You might have to drive a bit, but if you can drive to the mall or you can drive at a long time to get a coffee or to go to a meal that you like, you can drive to go on some dates for a good man. And open yourself up emotionally. I think that we sometimes like get in this negative headspace about it, but you have to go into swiping, into going to these classes, into these things with an open mindset that you never really know. You always have to stay on your tiptoes and always stay ready. My favorite saying, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. This is something I'm doing, which I kind of wasn't doing when I first got here. I needed a bit of a period to adjust. I went on like one date and I was like super overwhelmed because it was my first week here. But try dating while traveling. That's number 3. Date while traveling. Even if you're not planning to move to the city, changing your location to that city. That's what I did when I went to Paris. Like for a month before, I like changed my location. And honestly, like I literally still talk to that guy. He knows who he is. I don't know if he watches my stuff. I hope he doesn't. Some of the most interesting people I met were people that I met in other cities, like the guys that I went on in LA. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So when I was house sitting in LA, I was there for 6 weeks and I knew I was like, I want to go to Soho House. I didn't really have a lot of friends in LA this time, but it's like, I want to go to a freaking Soho House. I keep hearing about it. I love a vibe. I want to go to Soho House. And one of the first dates I went on there was at Soho House. And I would have never got that experience if I didn't put myself out there, have that intention. It was like such a cool date. The guy ended up being a weirdo, but it's fine. I put myself out there and had a cool experience. Make a profile on the apps before you go to a city so you can like have time to like chat with someone, see the vibes, see if they're even like worth it. I will say there is a difference. I've definitely noticed in European men and American men, but that's You know where that episode's at. There's also this app that I just discovered called Thursday, and they have it in all major cities where they're like in real life. They gave you off the apps, and everyone that goes there is single, and it's like a dating app in real life. So much fun. There actually were a lot of guys there. I was so surprised. I thought it would just be girls, but there weren't. Definitely recommend that app. Love that app. So even like an event like that, or like going to an event, like looking up the city that you're going to and like looking up events that they're having, there's always like kind of networking or things like that in different cities. So like this is where I'm going to say it's not scary to solo travel. You literally have no idea who you can meet. I've met some of the craziest, coolest like business connections, creator connections from just like going to events in other cities. It's so much fun. Number 4, start showing up differently. If you've dated 3 people from your town and they've all sucked, don't write the place off. Don't just pick up your life and move unless like that's what you're feeling, because I 100% am going to support you in that. Sometimes changing your energy changes your options. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes changing your energy changes your options. Join a new gym, wear a new lipstick, wear an outfit that you've like been wanting to wear but you were too scared to wear. Walk into places with confidence. Carry yourself with confidence, knowing that you're a freaking catch and any dude would be lucky to have you. Invest in yourself, and it shows up in how you present yourself and how you care about yourself. Make eye contact and be open. Sometimes I think that we think that we're not being approached because like, oh, there's something wrong with our looks. No. I saw this thing the other day about how really attractive people get hit on super less than like quote unquote conventionally people that are viewed as less attractive, just simply because they have more open energy. Sometimes I think that we think, oh, what's wrong with me? No one's hitting me up or anything. But our energy isn't open. We're not open to receiving or wanting it. So just like have open energy, be free, make eye contact with people, smile at them, let them know like, flirt with your eyes, you smile, talk to people, say hi. I was at a restaurant the other day and my server was so cheeky and I thought we were having a vibe. I just did my ticket and I left my number on the ticket. I don't care. I had nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Number 5, create your own dating ecosystem. If you live in a small town and you are sick of what's happening, take initiative, plan an event, plan a dating event. It's actually really fun to plan an event. Plan group hangouts. I love Threads. Threads is how I planned an event. Ask people in your community, use keywords on Threads, create a community, find people, plan an event, make it happen. Ask your friends to bring people with them. Like there's so many things with the internet that is negative, but it's also so positive in bringing community together. So like even if you do plan an event and you don't meet your person, like I'm going to say again, you might meet the person that connects you to the person. Just because you live in a small town doesn't mean your life has to feel small. Expand how you think about connection. Expand how you think about timing. You're not behind. You are aligned for something more interesting. Don't let the size of your town make you feel like you're doing something wrong. You're not. You're just in a season. And it's okay to not find your person right now. Even if everyone around you is pregnant, planning a wedding with someone they met in high school, or on their 3rd marriage and you're still trying to find one. Whether you are in a town of 10,000 or 10 million, dating is all about your energy. Stay open, stay curious, and stop acting like love only lives in zip codes you haven't been to yet. Your job isn't to force it, it's to keep living. Keep building a life that's fun and full and meaningful, and let dating be a part of it, not all of it. And if that fails, widen your Bumble radius to 45 miles, hop in the car, put on some cute lipstick, and who knows, your soulmate might be 45 minutes over drinking a nice iced latte at a cafe. Single doesn't mean stuck, and your location doesn't limit your worth. Let me know if this was helpful, besties, and what other kind of content you want to see. Please be sure to subscribe, hit the bell. I love you. I mean it. Bye.